Because I remember somebody said something in Russian in the next scene, which was... Ah, shit, I didn't mean to leave. This is a little bit clumsier than I would like. So this is the second memory here, is in this guy. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the third memory. Alright, we want to see... This is the first memory. Who was the second person who died?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn. Shoot ya! We want trouble!
Yeah, they're gonna play out the whole dialogue. How do I see who the second person who died was in this scene? Do I have... It must be the case that I have to go through this entire scene in the order that everyone died in? Yeah, the game is gonna actually force me to go through it in that order. Alright, well, that's not terrible. It is kind of frustrating. Nice. But, I can work with it. Yeah, so you have to go through the corpses that you have available to you in the order that they died in, apparently. So, let's just start thinking this through. So, who was the guy? Drew Nichols was shot. Patrick O'Hagan was pulled off the boat. Samuel Galligan. He was right. Yeah, so this is Galligan, and he definitely got stabbed by Bang. I can tell you that much. He was knifed, and specifically he was knifed in the throat, but I don't think that it matters that much. Yeah, he was knifed. Bang got choked out. Oh, I see. The other guy, he's already been pulled off the boat. He died. Okay. So what memory was this guy? Was he number 2? He had to have been number 2. Let's see this one next. Part 3. Damn it.
You still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them.
Was this 2? I'm trying to find part 2 real quick. Okay, here we are.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? There! Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon! Shoot ya! My kid eye!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
If this is Hagen, he got stabbed. This guy, Naples, I said that he was drowned. I need to double check that, because that might not actually be the case. Oh, okay. This guy was definitely drowned. I said he was spiked. That's not true. He was drowned by a beast. This guy I should have already, yeah, so I got that figured out. Samuel Galligan I have figured out, unless it's not actually Samuel, but I would be surprised if it wasn't. Okay, this is O'Hagan. I say this is John Naples. He was drowned by a beast. Okay. Okay, so I don't need to exit the memory every single time, it looks. It looks like if I just keep going to the corpses, I should be able to find... Okay, so there's the knife that this guy used to stab the steward. And it looks like I do need to exit the memory once again to see it from Bun Lim's perspective once more. However, instead, I'm actually going to do this guy and check who's still alive, basically. So this is Nichols. That's Lazarette. Everybody on the other boat has died. No, so Bum on Limb was on here. O'Hagan's body is gone. There was somebody else who's gone now too. And we have Fang, who I said he burnt to death. We have Nichols. And that's all I'm gonna be able to really suss out, I think. I don't know what that is. It looks like she's covering some sort of treasure. There's like something just behind her shoulder there. But I can't see it. There's something glowy and sparkly. And I wonder what that is. I'm very, very curious. Well, let's go back through. Figure out her. Or, like, see her memories again. Alright, so this is O'Hagan. Nichols, the other guy in the boat, is got pulled off. Okay, this should be part 3. Yeah, it's part 2. Okay, let's look at part 3 now. Because I'm currently in part 4. We want to look at part 3. This is a very confusing chapter. I like it, but it's confusing. Okay, he was drowned. Was he drowned? I can't tell if this guy drowned or if he just fell off the boat. So we lost that oar, we lost the other oar. There's supposed to be 3 of these sirens. So we have, I can account, okay, yeah, that's a hand that's pulling him underwater. There's also some treasure on her back, that's kind of cool. So he's spiked, that guy's drowned. This guy's spiked. And I guess I don't really know enough to be able to really figure out anything else. Yeah, I don't have enough to really deduce a whole lot more, I don't think. Wow, Nichols is a real cowardly son of a bitch. So he's pulled under, she's there. Yeah, those are the 3 sirens. Alright, cool. I think I'm done with this scene. It's a little confusing. It's a little really, really confusing. So they got dragged aboard, and then immediately after, these guys were interrogated. So they were trying to figure out.
What the hell is going on?
Okay, lift this out and take it below. What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest of your dead friends? The shell must be protected. We will all die. You talk about a shell, very dangerous. Shell, what shell? This is your fault. So the Formosan royalty thinks that it's this guy's fault. So they keep saying heave over and over again. Unsurprisingly. Have I identified... Okay. Well... So they drag these 3 people up. The surgeon is talking to them. They're interrogating why this guy shot Nichols. And that then this unfortunate soul was just holding him in place before he got spiked straight on through by the other guy. Don't know who he is, though. I should also pay attention to see if I can see somebody who has a tattoo of a woman on their arm, because I did find a sailor like that at one point, so I'll need to keep my eye out for that too. So Miner was heaving, pulling the sirens up. Everyone else was trying to figure out what was going on. Okay. Let's go on to part 2 now. And just keep on chronologically stepping through this game to try and figure out what the hell happened. So, up next. Who died? This was part 1. We're looking for Unholy Captives part 2. They were okay. This was Thomas Sefton getting slapped in the face by one of the sirens. Clear the deck, move the boats astern, and throw the bodies over. Watch your footing. Hey there, what's this? Give them to me and I can fry us up a solid meal, boys. Careful. Now, take it slow. One tick, gentlemen. There's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look. No, get back. Alright, so this is interesting. So this guy was one of the first people to identify the shell that everybody else basically died over. So who's giving out the orders? Clear the deck, move the boats astern, and throw the bodies over. Okay, so somebody was giving an order about what to do with the bodies. Clear the deck, move the boats astern, move the bodies over. That must have been one of these guys. But I don't see who it could be that they were, you know, yelling to. Alright, so this is the crew that was loading the lazarette off of the boat. These were just people that were helping. And these 3 were moving it. This guy was doing the YMCA. That's Charles Miner. These were the surgeons trying to figure out what happened. Who was this guy? Oh, Brennan. Where the hell did he come from in all this nonsense? I don't know. He's just everywhere. I'm getting raided by Colty Bear. Hello, Colty. This was an interestingly timed raid on account of the fact that I really have to use the bathroom. Alright, let's go down. So this is Thomas. He got whacked by the beast. And this could have been the guy that was giving the orders. The captain's steward was running away. Why was he running away? Let's read out the dialogue for the scene again. Clear the deck, move the boats astern, and throw the bodies over. Watch your footing. Hey there, what's this? Give them to me and I'll fry us a solid meal, boys. Careful now, take it slow. One tick, gentlemen. There's a pretty shell here. No, get back. I guess that this was the guy that was probably telling the cook, like, hey, back off. Or maybe it was this person. These are the 3 midshipmen. This was probably one of the stewards. I mean, that's probably the ship steward or something like that. These are the 2 cabin boys. Who the hell are these people? This guy's carrying a towel. And this guy is an unknown soul. An unknown fate. I don't know how he died, but maybe I can identify who he is just by the fact that he's with the other steward. Lee. These were the 3 Formosans who weren't executed. That's Charles Miner. I'm wondering... Yeah, okay, so that's Bum on Limb, that's that guy, and then that's Chihotan. Okay, I was wondering if there was another Chinese person who was associated with them. I don't really see it. Okay. I've got a lot of guesses on a ton of different people, but there's still some pretty serious gaps. And it's just weird because I feel like I've done a lot of guessing, and I feel like I haven't been guessing wrong, but I clearly have been. I'm surprised that he was shot with a gun by Chihotan. I mean, do I have this wrong? Is that not Edward? That doesn't make any sense. I should also be able to figure out how Martin died. So, hang on. I can probably deduce some stuff then. Let me check out the crew. So if I have first mate, second mate, third mate, and fourth mate already basically figured out, then if I look at this scene, it must be the case that this is not Olus, but this is the fourth mate? Is this John Davies? Well, the game didn't give it to me, so I guess it's not right. Then, is this Olus as the gunner's mate? Purser. Purser? Have I even seen anybody that could technically be the purser? That's basically the accountant of the boat. So, I'm not too sure where I would even see him in all this nonsense. I've done a lot of, wait. How do I... Oh, he was not knifed by an unknown officer. He was knifed by, the fourth mate, I could say. What if I put that in? I'm still wrong. What if I say he was knifed by Olus? Because that was the guess I had beforehand. Okay, so that was Olus. I was right the whole time. I don't feel bad about, like, getting that as a guess, too. That, okay, Samuel Galligan, I definitely got that right. And Edward Nichols. Okay, so I got those three correct. That's great. So then the other person, the guy who did the mutiny, was Olus the whole time. I guess I just got his death wrong or something, because the game didn't give it to me until just now. So let's go back to this picture and say that this is not John Davies. This is indeed Olus, which means that this guy must be John Davies. Oh, that makes sense, because he has a fancy hat, just like everyone else. So I've identified the first mate, the second mate. I have the third mate by name, but I don't know how he died. I can go back to that memory and figure out how he died, though. And the fourth mate, I haven't seen... Okay, so he perished in Escape Part 5. So if I go to that, I can figure out how he died. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We're gonna go... How many chapters do I have left? I've done 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so I'll have seen every chapter at this point in the whole game. So that'll be awesome. Let's start piecing together a couple more things. So let's go to the end and let's figure out how. No, we've already done the end. Have I figured this person out? Does this guy have a tattoo on his arm by any chance? Maybe we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's see. He's alive in Africa. Escape. Oh, Henry Evans is on the boat, which means that they didn't go to the Azores. They went to Africa. I may have their identities still backwards. But, we'll just keep messing around with this. So then, oh, another thing that I just thought of. If I go to, whoa. The bargain opened up? Oh, okay. Unknown until you leave the ship and return the book to me. Okay. This guy, he was on the boat. Said if he fell overboard to his death. He didn't really fall overboard, but he definitely did drown. And he was drowned by the beast. I think that this guy's the purser. Nailed it! Because he was the one carrying the book, which makes him an accountant, which makes him the purser. Got her. Yep, these were the two that I was trying to figure out a long-ass time ago. I didn't even have to go to the scenes to figure those out. That felt legit. Alright. Awesome. Very awesome. Cool. What memories did I want to go to now? So, let's go. I think I've basically accounted for everyone in Escape. Not quite. I need to figure out who killed Olus. I need to figure out who killed John Davies. Because I say John Davies, what's all this, you damn fool? John Davies was clubbed in the back of the head by Brennan. I remember that because that guy is just a fucking badass. He kills everyone. Alright. Henry Brennan clubbed John Davies. Olus was shot. He was not shot by Henry Brennan. No. Olus was shot by John Davies. In the scuffle. Right? It looks like enough captain cannot be trusted. Yes, we have a plan. We'll sail east, trade wretched fish, mutiny, fresh bastard. No. Yes. So I think that John Davies tried to stop Olus from doing a mutiny. Alright. Awesome. Did I get everyone else? What fate befell them? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to them. Let's see. Okay. Looks good. John Davies was clubbed in the back of the head. He was shot by one of the women in the boat. He was shot by the older woman, who I believe I identified as Emily Jackson. Okay, passenger, Emily Jackson. Nope. So I have an identity wrong still on a lot of this stuff. But I'll figure it all out. Paul Moss was killed by a sword. I say that he was killed by Beaumont, whatever that guy's name was. The Scottish seaman? Timothy. Okay, so I think I have Timothy Beaumont's identity wrong. I think this guy might be one of the Russians after all. Still, I feel very confident about John Davies and Olus's deaths. And what I'm going to do now is I want to go back to the Doom. I want to see I want to revisit some of these people. Specifically, I also want to see how Martin died. Well, Martin may not have actually died, because I forget that there was also Bargain. So, I can't really quite leap to that conclusion just yet. Blasted by a cannon. I'm just gonna keep on flipping through and see what I can find about people. So, Soldiers of the Sea. So this was Marcus Gibbs. I said that this was... They make for the Lazarette. Emile, we know for sure he was spiked. Charles Herstick, we know was spiked. James Wallace, who... Yeah, I see he was spiked. See, this guy was strangled. The Carpenter, I said that he was spiked. Yeah, I need to figure out the identities of the top men. Okay, in Unholy Captives, keep pressure here. Hold down with Baz. Okay, so the steward was saying, Eridar, Alpines, John, been in response, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? 20 years, my steward. Throw him up in the Lazarette. I'm just flipping through everything, then I'm gonna use the bathroom, then I'm gonna try and figure out what exactly caused did I say that this guy was John? No, he was talking to John. Yeah, I'm going to go through all the memories, and I'm going to just figure out where I can get the most information, and then I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we're going to come back and start going through some of these things again. It looks like, luckily for me, very, very luckily for me, I should be able, I don't think I'm going to have to go back to this memory again to figure out who these, who a lot of these corpses were. This murder is definitely one I want to go back to. I say that this guy was shot by a gun, or with a gun by an unknown attacker. That is not true anymore. We know that this guy was killed by Brennan. Alright, who did we get? Hokseng Lan, we know that for sure. Oh, yep, we got that right. So it means we got John Davies right as well. Perfect. Oh man, I am on a roll. I feel sad because I know that this game is coming to an end. Oh, Loose Cargo, that's the one I haven't unlocked yet. Awesome. So, right, here's what I'm thinking. I need to use the bathroom really bad. I'm going to go back to murder, and I'm going to start sussing out who was there and what they were doing. And we'll... Actually, no, maybe I don't want to do that just yet. This guy's got a tattoo. It looks. So let's actually definitely go back to this one, because that looks like a tattoo of one of the women folk. Which means I can figure out who that is. But after peeing, I'll be right back.